Drazen Petrovic. You gotta love this guy.
He dropped 30 on me so fast that night, and I'm telling you, I got a hand in his face. I'm right up on him, and he was just like a machine.
He got it!
You could be this close to the mic. You could be this close to him. Didn't matter.
You want to know fear? It's not staring down Jordan in the clutch. It's guarding a guy who doesn't blink, doesn't talk, and doesn't miss while smiling in 3 languages. Before Europe sent over unicorns and MVPs, they sent one cold-blooded sniper who didn't care if you were MJ, Reggie, it didn't matter. If you stood in front of Drazen Petrovic, you were already late. He wasn't built like a killer. He didn't look like a guy who would drop 40 on your head and then walk off like it was a Tuesday afternoon. Reggie Miller called him a killer.
Dude was the best shooter, catch and shoot, 1 dribble, 2 dribble. He did not miss.
Jordan didn't want to chase him. And if Drazen was alive today, we'd be arguing whether he or Steph invented the long-range flamethrower. But don't just take our word for it. Let's hear it from the legends who watched him torch everyone and knew they were looking at something terrifying. There are shooters, there are trash talkers, and then there's Drazen Petrovic, the only guy who could do both at elite levels while barely speaking your language. See, Drazen didn't need a hype team. The guys who tried to guard him do all the talking.
He had like 40 on Jordan, and he was going at Jordan like, yo, it ain't nothing. Like, give me the ball, I'm taking him.
Right away, Petro sending a little bit of a message. Let's go after Jordan.
Here's Petro.
A couple of steps beyond for Stroke City.
That's what I knew. I said, yo, he's a ride.
To start us off is Reggie Miller, a man who has faced the best of the best. MJ, Kobe, Ray Allen. But there was one name that still has him shaking his head in disbelief.
There was one dude. All right, for those of you who do not know who Drazen Petrovic is, man, and I tell people this, Curry is the GOAT of all shooters. Look, I'll give him all that. But before him, man, you could be this close to the mic. You could be this close to him. Didn't matter. And not only is he giving it off, he's telling you about it too.
Oh, you talking shit to you?
What?
You have good English or broken English?
Broken good English. Oh.
Yeah, you don't know what the hell he's saying, but that head just bobbing. He's talking shit.
Giving it to you.
Killing you.
Giving it to you. I mean.
Treat that motherfucker
look,
like Mike.
I didn't get frustrated against a lot of players. That dude, listen to me. And then on top of that, you got Derek fucking Coleman, backing him up. Security. And you know how crazy DC is,
yes,
right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
This dude was the best shooter, catch and shoot, 1 dribble, 2 dribble. He did not miss. No, literally. And I said to myself, how in the hell was he not playing in Portland? But you had Clyde there. But when he got to New Jersey, good Lord. Oh my God.
Cold, huh?
Stack. I mean, you could be, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Single, double, motion, and God rest his soul. Smelled terrible.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord.
Smelled terrible.
Awful.
That's the foreign
and
shit.
you had to be all on him.
Oh, smell like shit.
He ain't the only one
Max,
that had it. I
am I
played with
wrong,
some.
Max?
On the arm hit you ain't gonna be like that all
Max,
night. You can
am I
take
wrong?
a shower, that shit still gonna be with you. He stinks like a...
Come on, man. And so not only is he giving it to you, talking shit to you, but after the game,
You gonna smell
your
it.
teammates are like, damn,
That's you?
Man, hop in the shower.
Man, that's crazy.
Man.
It's a part of his package, huh?
But look,
That's Reggie shook. And not just because Drazen lit him up, not just because Drazen talked trash while doing it, but because you couldn't stop him, even if you knew it was coming. But Reggie wasn't the only one who left those matchups feeling violated. Vernon Maxwell, one of the toughest guards of the 90s, said this dude made him want to guard Jordan instead.
Give me 2 of the most underrated players you played against.
Shit. Probably Drazen Petrovic.
Drazen was a good one.
Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, that motherfucker give me nightmares.
Just stick with Drazen. Tell us a little bit about him. What made him so tough?
Yeah, well,
6'4", 6'5"?
yeah, he's bigger than me. So I'm 6'4", he's about
6'6"?
Yeah, he's about that, yeah. And he come off type motherfucker shooting that bitch. Never seen nothing like it before. I'd rather guard motherfucking Black Jesus, Michael Jordan,
Really?
than guard that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how bad it was for me and that motherfucker. This motherfucker used to give me buckets. I used to be so frustrated. I couldn't stop this motherfucker. I mean, you can't get this motherfucker an inch.
Both ways, mid-range,
Man,
three,
all that mid-range,
spins.
all that motherfucker. You know how them motherfuckers in Europe, they got all that
Yeah.
triple threat shit.
Yeah.
Oh, he had that shit down to a T. Oh man, he's fucking you up with that. Oh my goodness, he was killing my ass with that. My ass just jumping all everywhere when he do that shit to me. Come back, try to swipe that shit back. This nigga got me jumping all over the place. Yes. Well, you talking about the little guard, the one that played, the one played to go to
the lefty.
Yeah, he was tough.
He was tough.
Yeah, but I know he was gonna go left hard. That motherfucker, he just like a damn Clyde.
Yeah.
Gonna
One
go
way.
right, he gonna
Let that sit for a sec. This is Mad Max, the guy who'd fight fans and throw hands with half the league, and even he couldn't deal with Drazen's smoke. Now, if Vernon Maxwell made it sound like Drazen was built in a European lab, Steve Kerr confirmed it. He once had the job of guarding Petrovic, and let's just say it wasn't something he remembers fondly.
Did you ever play against Drazen Petrovic, the late great?
I had to guard Drazen. That was not fun. He was an amazing player.
Now, I know they played two different positions, but who would you say was the top for a competitor, the better player? Can you make any of those comparisons?
No, they were both great players. Drazen was the better shooter, better scorer. Tony was a better all-around player, but they were both fantastic.
That's no knock on Tony, but if you had one shot, one possession, one chance to stop anyone from getting a bucket, you prayed it wasn't Drazen. And if you needed a coach's perspective, someone who's seen the game from every angle, Rick Carlisle put it in perfect motion.
You coached somebody that could have been one of the best ever, and obviously died in a car accident, Petrovic.
Petrovic could do it off the move, maybe better than anybody I've ever seen. He could fly from one baseline to the other, turn, catch, shoot, swish it, and then land in the other team's bench and make it look like incredibly easy. He had amazing strong legs, and the guy was a machine the way he worked at shooting. His mechanics were perfect, and he could stand out there and shoot. I'll give you another guy. We had Stojakovic with us the year we won the championship in Dallas. One day after practice, I watched Stojakovic make 96 out of 100 threes. Fucking unbelievable,
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But Petro was the guy that could have done that. It's one of the things about life, sometimes you only get a peek at, true greatness from a couple of guys.
At this point, you've heard it from scorers, defenders, coaches, and killers. But if you want to measure just how fast Drazen could take over a game, ask a guy who prided himself on locking people up. Joe Dumars wasn't just a defender, he was the defender. And even he couldn't slow the machine down.
He dropped 30 on me so fast that night, and I'm telling you, I got a hand in his face. I'm right up on him, and he was just like a machine.
Drazen been so special, man.
And then there was the night the world truly woke up, when he went right at Michael Jordan.
I'm Jordan.
Sure was.
He had like 40 on Jordan, and he was going at Jordan like, yo, it ain't nothing. Like, give me the ball, I'm hot. I'm taking him.
Right away, Petro sending a little bit of a message. Let's go after Jordan.
Here's Petro.
A couple of steps beyond Stroke City.
That's when I knew. I said, yo, he's arrived.
That's not just confidence, that's fearlessness. Most guys played Jordan like he was untouchable, but Drazen played MJ like he was just another checkmark on the kill list. And he wasn't just a one-game wonder. He was the kind of problem that stuck with you, even when the game was over. And no one captured that better than Reggie Miller.
I consider myself, I'm being a little braggadocious here, but I consider myself the best shooter ever. But there's one guy that tops me.
Any?
And he got underneath my skin, And the reason why he got underneath my skin is because a lot of times I couldn't understand what he was saying. And it was the late, great Drazen Petrovic.
Oh, yeah.
This guy, when he came off screens and he started to talk to you, you couldn't understand him. He smelled like he never took a shower.
Maybe it was something complimentary.
No. Talk about wanting to strangle someone.
Yeah.
Drazen Petrovic was my nemesis. I could not stand this guy, but to this day, I respect him because I think he is the best shooter I've ever seen in my life.
Better than Ray Allen.
The best shooter I've ever seen in my life.
Then Reggie doubled down when asked why. What made Drazen different? What separated him from the rest?
People today may not, the average casual fan may not know who he was. How was he different than some of the guys, the great shooters that you played against?
People talk about Steph's release being so quick.
Yeah.
Well, Petrovic had the quickest release I've ever seen. And what made him so unique is I prided myself on working off screens and working off the big men coming off.
Yeah.
He was just as good. And we talk about footwork.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the best guys with that footwork at the shooting guard position.
But maybe the most underrated part of Drazen's danger is his confidence wasn't loud. It wasn't cocky, but it was absolute.
He was confident no matter what shot he took. He was like, just kick it to me for 3, DC. Kick it to me.
Drazen Petrovic. You gotta love this guy.
I just started running back down the court with my hands up because it was money.
Petro for 3. Got it! 44 for
Drazen Petrovic wasn't just a shooter. He wasn't just a competitor. He was a once-in-a-generation storm that hit the NBA before it was ready. And just when the world started to realize how dangerous he really was, he was gone.
A moment of silence was observed for Drazen Petrovic. The Nets star was killed on Monday evening in a car accident in Germany. Petrovic was a native of Croatia. He first played in the NBA in the 1989-90 season with the Trailblazers. He was known as one of the hardest working NBA players and one of the league's greatest outside shooters. He became a star after being traded to New Jersey in January of 1991. He was also a member of Croatia's silver medal winning Olympic team in Barcelona this past summer. And this last year in the NBA, he blossomed into one of the league's best shooting guards, averaging over 22 points per game.
But the impact is still there, still felt, still feared. Because while the game lost him far too soon, his fire never faded. It just passed on to the next generation. And if you're feeling that lump in your throat right now, you're not alone. But don't go away, because this ride through basketball history isn't over. Click play on this next video and experience the final moments of legends we grew up watching, the last games of NBA legends.